Hi, my name is Tom. I'm from Flint, Michigan, and I'm going to give you a little tour of the east side of Flint, my territory, that I consider my territory, my adopted new neighborhood. I'm from the west side mostly, but my work over the past 2 years has been on the east, and they're the neighborhoods I'm most familiar with. I made a posting the other night on Facebook, and I felt as though people didn't understand, so I'm going to show you. We're going along here underneath the bridge to the Cultural Center, a beautiful part of Flint. The planetarium, the art museum, the music school is there. It's a beautiful facility, but it's not much. I mean, in comparison to the rest of everything that's going on in Flint. So we're coming up on Hamilton and Davison Road exit here, and wow, you're going to notice on the right hand side is where I'm taking pictures from, that there's this beautiful brick wall all along the way. Actually makes it look kind of nice. But as we come up to Davison Road and Hamilton Avenue, I'm going to pull off and we'll see what's on the other side of this wall. What's being hidden from view to people who pass by. General Motors for generations drew people to this area, beckoned to them, offered them a life and a future. Promised them it would be always there. I know, reality being what it is, doesn't always work out that way, but it's the promise that was made. And then when the corporation couldn't make it anymore and left, it left all these people, all these decent people who would never have chosen to have things be the way they are. So, I'd like to take you now on a little closer tour inside. Let's go down Olive and start taking our look. I'm a little uncomfortable doing this because I don't want people to think that I am exploiting them, because that is not my purpose. But we're going to take a ride around, and the only edits I will make will be edits that fill the kind of otherwise empty spots. That is to say, it'll be continuous. Everything I'm going to show you. Let's take a look at something familiar to a lot of people from the Flint area, and that's Kersley Park. It's still being maintained, and there are still activities going on there. So we'll start with something pleasant, more so anyway. And on the right is beautiful Kersley Park there. Maybe you can see it. I can't really move the other camera too much because I'm driving. But we will just continue straight on. And we'll go up Iowa Street. You see there's a lot of boarded up houses, trash, overgrowth. I know a lot of the people here in the neighborhoods now. I make it a point of introducing myself. We're going to cross Davison Road again. There are some cute community gardens being started in the area. I started one myself. I believe you can see some of the burned out shells of buildings here. The overgrowth. The abandoned buildings. The garbage. I sure hope anybody who lives here who may end up seeing this doesn't fault me for doing this. The world has to see what you're going through, you guys. It's beyond... I can't believe it's an American city, quite honestly. There's little islands of everything seems to be somehow normal, and then it quickly changes. Crossing Jane Street here, and over onto Bell. I'll turn on to Bell here. I'll go down one side and I'll come back up the other here. Maybe these pictures are going by too fast and you can't really see. I don't know. Maybe you have to be here to actually know or see. I'll go down to the end of the street here and turn around and come back up the street we've just been on. This will be where one of those edits comes in. And this is the other side of Bell Street. It's a lot of effort to maintain, make better. It's 9:09 in the morning, one of the last days of August 2013. And this is my hometown, and I love this town, and I love the people. I love everybody in this town, even the people who are not so kind. I wonder how kind any of us would be if we were born into this. There are children being born into this. They're not choosing this as their childhood area. Now we're on Jane again, I believe. And I want to move through quickly. I see people looking at me already over here. I don't want to upset anyone. Truly invade anyone's privacy. I'll show you the community garden I started last year and only did the start. I don't maintain it, but the neighbors do. Hi. Saw some people. I wanted to smile. Try smiling whenever I can. I smile a lot. Gang graffiti everywhere. Yeah, let's go up Mabel here. Some decent looking people over there you can't see. Hi. My friend lives here, one of the kids. Oh my. Oh boy. I've never really done this before. That is to say, take pictures. Seems kind of rude somehow. I don't want to embarrass my friends here, but it just seems as though the words I say to people aren't enough. Picture being 1,000 words and all. have to see this to believe it. Gentleman walking on the road there. Not looking back. Oh, let's go around to Bennett. We're at Franklin and Mabel. And Bennett is one of my favorite streets. I know a lot of people on it. Bennett and Hamilton, Iowa. There's a lot of prostitution going on around here. Drugs. I've seen a number of raids on houses. Drug raids, I expect. Crossing Minnesota, we're on Bennett. There's a tree laying in the street here that I think we passed by. I don't know, it seems like everything away from my camera is the stuff I'd rather have you see here. Oh boy. Neighborhood we would choose to move into, I don't think, for a lot of the part. There's a friend of mine on the Okay, I think we're going to go by pretty quickly, but the garden that I helped get started is right there. It's got some corn growing. And Eric is very proud of it. He should be. He put a lot of work into this. We'll go back up Bennett. This is the street we just came down, and I'll show you the other side of the road. There. I think you can see some of that burned out. A little pride. There's always some pride. There should be. These people are struggling against all odds to make a life here. They've been abandoned. They're now the ones being accused of making it this way somehow. There's the tree on the road up there ahead, maybe you can see. I can't do too much more of this. Taking pictures. I can do a lot more getting out here and talking to people, that's for sure. I haven't met a person yet I haven't liked. I've met people who've been in prison. I've met people whose parents are in prison. And I do not believe this is their fault. We all share responsibility in this being the way it is. We've all accepted certain things to be the way they are. And we live in places that are more comfortable to us, perhaps. And I guess I just want to show it to you. And these aren't even some of the worst parts. This is pretty normal. These kinds of images. Boarded up, overgrown, trash. Show you this house on the corner here as I turn. I'm at, you can't even see street signs here, taking them down. There's your house for you, right there. There used to be a school in the big opening coming up, you'll see. Oh, its name is escaping me right now. Another community garden we've started right there on the corner here. A brilliant woman named Kathy put a lot of that together. And we'll make another couple of quick passes. Now there are some grapevines supposed to be growing here. The Peace Mob put this area together. They're a great bunch of young people who remind me of the hippies of olden days, where the idea of communes was put out, and people sharing. That's what they're trying to do. We're going along Davison Road here. A lot of people from the area will recognize the Brown Funeral Home here. It's long been since abandoned as a funeral home. My base of operation is on the left. You can't see it from here. It's Asbury Church. Pastor Tommy McDaniel. Great guy. Very innovative, coming up with all kinds of ideas that I try to help him with, and I don't always succeed because I am limited in what I'm able to do as well. I'm always being warned not to go into certain areas where there might be gang activity. At the corner of Franklin and Davison now. Angelo's Coney Island is there. There's a Kroger store. We've taken out some buildings that have been pretty well ruined, and here's one you can see on the corner just sitting there. They closed the elementary school, Washington. It's a brilliant move. I don't think there are any high schools left in Flint. My high school, Northern, has been closed. Go by the school building up here. This looks pretty nice right here. This is nice. This is all right. It's just a block away from some pretty rough stuff. Everything's just a block away from some pretty rough stuff. This is nice. Now, it is nice to see places that are maintained, doesn't it? Isn't it? Whatever the word is. There's Washington Elementary. It's closed. It's never going to open again. It's going to go to waste. It's going to be gotten into like my old elementary school, Civic Park. And everything's going to be taken out. The copper, the wire, the glass, the wood. It'll be a shell in a year's time. And pretty much all of Flint looks a lot like these images you're seeing right here. There's islands where people are making an effort. And a lot of people are making a lot of effort. It's not enough. It's not enough for the overall. feel as though these pictures aren't even really truly doing justice to the reality that I see. But there you go. I rant on Facebook. Somebody lovingly commented that I was wrong in my comments. I'm not wrong. No American city should have to look like this. These people have been abandoned, pointed at as the source of the problem. And they're not the source. They're the victims. And Mayor Walling is doing the best he can, and I know he is. And he's a good man. Bad actually, but if you look closely you'll see where the paint is peeling off, the awnings are coming down, the leaf trough is becoming detached, falling apart. And Nebraska. Let's take a look at Nebraska here. You'll see the house on the corner right there. And yep, the trash guys are out. I'm glad to see that, of course. There are some services still being maintained. But as you can see, only simply one block over, things have changed. Okay, I'm starting to feel guilty now. I don't know if that's enough. I don't know if you could see it. I don't think I'm able to show you the detail that I see every day. But I'm not wrong. And for every prosperous area nearby, there's an area like this that's suffering. Grand Blanc is doing pretty well. Flint isn't.